things I with a passion. I told they goons 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 I with a passion. I with a passion. Passion.
ladies and gentlemen. Therapyard Relax. All right, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check. Yep, we're here. Cool. Yay. What up, everybody? Doesn't appear that anybody is live actively watching, so that's good. Therapyard is no longer loading, so we will remove that. I don't know why my screen is flipped either. So I basically had to totally log in again once I hit, once the stream was supposed to start. Had to log in and redo all my settings for some reason. It's always something, Yeah, I think, there we go. That's how it usually go. And today, on this lovely Labor Day, we are reviewing Allay Earhart, who is an artist I connected with when we went to New Orleans in March. And he's extremely dope, and I'm super excited. I am not going to lie. I like to keep it, authentic with everybody. I did listen to a couple of the first couple of songs already. And basically, to give you kind of like a summary of what's going on, the theme of it, I guess you could say, is Hurricane Katrina, released on the 20th anniversary. And yeah. Oh, that just did something to the camera. It looks terrible, unless it's dirty. I apologize. Let me see something. Let's do auto. That ought to do it. And hold still. Just to make sure it's not actually that. It's just, I don't know. Anywho, let's lock into it right now in a segment I like to call Rapyard Reacts. Ladies and gentlemen, Rapyard Reacts. Okay then. Let's jump into 2005 by Allay Earhart. As a side note too, well, it'll say this in the first song actually, or the intro, but so Hurricane Katrina happened on his birthday in 2005, and it's sort of like, it's very reminiscent of a lot of like story, albums like Good Kid, Mad City. It makes me, for some reason, makes me think of Ghetto Boys a lot, and some of the Lil Wayne albums. It's just a storytelling of his life and basically that day and the impact and growing up in New Orleans in that time frame. So it's from what I've heard so far, it's an excellent album. Let me do this. Make sure I'm not tripping and that people can actually hear me. The setting stuff. Okay, should be good. All right. Let's see here. We'll go with track 1.
Ever told. You are now about to witness the greatest story ever told.
There was once a boy who reigned from the Callio Projects, a place where most people called hell, he called home. Through his eyes, he viewed New Orleans as heaven on earth. From DJs and second lines and parades, there was always a reason to celebrate. Oh, but this young boy only looked forward to one occasion, and that occasion was his birthday, August 29th. As his 9th birthday approached, he saw gray clouds and thunderstorms. Staring at the sky, he asked God to make this year the biggest celebration yet. Little did he know, this birthday would change his life forever. Welcome to the year 2005.
Okay, so that's basically the intro. It's really much. It's a lot like a book or a movie. honestly, and I love how that sets up the scene. All right, here's the first song.
Every day it's the same old thing. This the spot where everybody hang. Drugs get shot, guns go bang. Where people talk but nobody say a thing. Jump off the porch or walk down the steps. If you don't play it right, you bound to get left. In the hallways where bodies get found. In the pool of blood where lifeguards get drowned. Kidnapping broad day, news reporters not around. So imagine what can happen when the sun goes down. If you ain't in the street life, you in by the street lights. People shooting dice, others gamble with their life. Playing pitch up tackle in the midst of the madness. Rich shackle, police labeled us the baddest. We just trying to get the cornbread and cabbage, finding ways to celebrate, escaping from the sadness. Good times.
I almost forgot to pause it. It's really painting a vivid picture, and I love the beat, the backtrack or whatever. It's just very like nostalgic, kind of 70s feeling. I know this wasn't the 70s, it's 2005, but it just gives you that kind of like, you know, warm reminiscent of a movie about that time period, you know. I can't really put my finger on it. It just sounds good.
Bad times in the cold way. A lot of fun, a lot of crime in the cold way. Cool action in the cold way. Anything can happen in the cold way. Good times, bad times in the cold way. A lot of fun, a lot of crime in the cold way. Cool action in the cold way. Anything can happen in the cold way. In the cold way.
Yeah, like I said, this is the whole vibe of it is very like, feels like family. It feels like peace. Hi W Resi, what's up? Sorry for the delayed response. Yeah, I dig it, and I'm gonna skip on to the next song just in the interest of time, and because I actually already heard that song. I've heard this song too, but you'll know what's coming once you hear the beginning of it.
Dreams come to me every night. The writing's on the wall. Staring out my project window, I see a shooting star. Maybe when I die, I'll be a till then I'll write remorse.
You've never seen someone react to music on a live stream before, W Resi? I'm doing good. Appreciate you watching. Yeah, this is Allay Earhart. He's out of New Orleans. This is his new album, 2005, which he also calls his last album. Hopefully not, but Dear Wayne is, you know, kind of a play on the, was that Stan deal with Eminem? And he had that song with the same, you know, not the same sample, but similar enough sample. And this is him as the Stan character writing to Wayne. So it's kind of interesting.
Dear Wayne, I listen to your music often. When Katrina came, you kept hope alive for New Orleans. My first CD was the Carter, 3 was damn near flawless. I got your autograph, forgot it in my pockets, then washed them. Sometimes me and my partners used to react baller blocking. LeChuck was my best friend, ironically you signed him. I studied all your moves, and it made me smarter. Now these mics I slaughter, no more starving artists, even Slim said I'm awesome. I read about your Uncle Bob too, I'm sorry. I had a friend who shot himself and died inside the hallway. I know you probably hear this every day, but I'm your biggest fan. I even got them underground tapes you did with Killer Cam.
Yeah, those tapes are super underground. I look professional. Thank you. Gosh, I have stuff on my desk. This is my DJ controller. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's probably one of the few times in my life someone's accused me of being professional.
I had a room full of your posters and your pictures, man. I miss your mixtape era too. You saved rap. Anyways, I hope you get this, man. Hit me back just to chat. Truly yours, your pen pal. This is L.
Dreams come to me every night.
I mean, in that era, if you're a little kid, and in the same way, it's like, so I'm looking for my letter. There it is. In the same way, you know, if you're in Louisiana, if you're in the South, but especially Louisiana, and you're around kids, it's like NBA YoungBoy is that guy. Like he's more than that guy. He's like that god almost. He's like a big deal. So that's how Wayne was in 2005. Like absolutely.
The writing's on the wall, staring out my project window. I see a shooting star. Maybe when I die, I'll be here great. Till then, I'll write reverse. And this
Dear Wayne, thank you for that repost. I was happy, man. Your acknowledgement let me know that I have a chance.
Isn't that crazy? I've had moments like that. I'm one of those persons who's in a club and does the deed. Let me put the comments on the screen so people know that I'm not just crazy and talking to myself. Forget how to do that. Dink, 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 dink. But no, whenever somebody acknowledges you on social media, that's like a celebrity or someone that you idolize, and maybe you're all small. You know, it's like, whoa, now's my shot. You know, I'm on my way to the big time. But no. And to answer your question, I'm actually in my laundry room. Yeah. If you listen closely, you can hear the dryer.
Did your pre-show at the House of Blues concert? Bad news, thought that would be the day I dappy talk with Young Money fam. Trying to reach my goals, but they all played it cold. Saw how Jigga did you with the Super Bowl. Tried to forget it, man, you was something like an idol. It had me wondering if your artist was acting like you. At 13, drinking codeine, promethazine. That's how much you really influenced me. Even had it in the pill. That's what
I don't know. Now I feel like you're being a weird troll. Your profile picture does not look horrible. I mean, what? I forgot that Wayne was actually snubbed twice for the Super Bowl in New Orleans. So he mentioned that a second ago.
when I started selling, when you was on Rikers, I was on path to become a felon, rebelling against my father till my cousin caught a slug. That's when I started rapping, years later got a buzz. If I don't make it, man, I be the protege you never knew. Sincerely yours, Mac Main, show love too.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to turn the comments off because I don't really care about your profile picture, TBH, but I also can't see that good. So take that or don't. Skip forward a little bit.
Got me saying great heights too. Well, gotta go, I'm no longer a kid now. Ironically, I wrote this as a kid. Wow.
Y'all will just have to listen to that and stream it on your own. Okay, I have genuinely not heard this song yet. That's where I had to stop because I was listening to it and I was like, "Damn, this is good." I'm gonna actually want to do like a reaction video to this. Also, Los Kemet came out with a new album, and I will be doing a reaction video to that. Probably Monday evening. I mean, not Monday. What am I saying? Thursday. Today's Monday. All right, next song is War.
Uptown, downtown. My wall against your wall. We can set it all. Go to war. Go to war. I say my wall against your wall. We can face off. Go to war. Go to war. I'm from that CALLIOPE. Everybody getting served, even in no PD. Raw nut cut. You won't see this on TV. Chopper City where you living never.
Hard. And if you know me, and you may not, I Like I like aggressive type. Like I want songs that hit. And right off the top, I'm like, yeah, this is my jam. It's Tuesday where you are. Well, shoot, I don't know. All right, where you at?
Since I was a PG, raised by the killers that were chilling in the cut. When you living by the pistol, you gotta keep it tough. No hesitation if you up and better bust. Live by the core, retaliation is a must. Play it by the rules to whomever it concerned. Dog, your best to keep it cool. The cutter bullets burn. Concrete juggle when you stepping in this element. They pop the truck without the ladder than the elephant. In my residence, ain't nothing about it elegant. Spin a bit, then they spin again. Ain't no settling.
Yo, this is hard, and it is painting a really vivid picture. I love it. I love this song. So far, it's my favorite so far. Absolutely.
That gun smoke in the air, let it settle in. That blood money got a lot of dead presidents. Man, everybody around my way thinking they Rambo. To make it out of here alive is a gamble. Yeah, this the more treacherous section of the handle. Quit all that talking, would it? Go get you some ammo. I walk.
And a lot of people may not know Allay Earhart, outside of the area, but you will. A lot of young guys are coming out of New Orleans currently. Everybody, well, if you're into hip hop, okay. If you're not, I don't know why you're watching the Rap Yard, but anyway, like Lareezy, who's that kid that I really mess with? Dang it. I can't think of his name. There's a bunch, though. There's a bunch.
Get your wall, we can set it up. Go to wall, go to wall. I say my wall, get your wall, we can face up. Go to wall, go to wall. Wall, wall, we at wall, down. Wall, wall, we at wall, what is? Wall, wall, we at wall, round. Wall, wall, we at wall. Them boys at wall, I say them boys at wall. I say them villains from uptown, them boys at wall. And them boys at wall, I say.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a spitter for sure. Now, I just looked it up, and this is news to me, actually. Mellow Bucks, a dope female rapper, is out of New Orleans. I had no idea. No idea. Laser Dim, I didn't know he was out of New Orleans. I thought he was out of Atlanta. Is this right? Of course, Rob 49. I'm just looking at this real quick. That's an old article. Huh. Yeah, I really feel like Laser Dim is out of Atlanta. This list may be wrong. Sorry. This is important to me. Young Greatness, they're dope. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody like Key, though. I really think I am, but let's get back to it.
I'm cooking salmon like the chef off down. When they I walk, get your wall. We can set it up, go to wall, go to wall. I say my walk, get your wall. We can face up, go to wall, go to wall, go to wall, go to wall. Walk, walk. We at wall, what is? Walk, walk. We at wall, round. Walk, walk. We at wall, down. Walk, walk, walk. Them boys at wall. I say them boys at wall. Man, them villains from uptown.
Yeah. All right, we're going to skip on through to the next song. The sixth song. Drop it like it's hot.
Some say it's cold, others say it's not. When I think of you, I think hot. So fire, so fire, so fire.
The Box Bangers.
After you back it up, then stop. Drop it like it's hot, then. You gotta drop it like it's hot, then. Oh, baby, drop it like it's hot, then. I say after you back it up, then stop. Drop it like it's hot, then. You gotta drop it like it's hot, then.
I'm going to say something crazy. Hear me out. The Kendrick Lamar of New Orleans. Hold on. Don't look at my 12 broken nails. Listen. Maybe? Did I lose you? Just listen and think about it.
Oh, baby, drop it like it's hot then. First thing first, you hot as can be. Amazingly blazing, burning up the streets. Dangerously flaming, 400 degrees. Fireworks spark when a highline bling in the middle of the dance floor. She can shake fast, she can wind slow. She can even hit her with the heel toe. She can make it clap with no hands though. Well, she is the hottest I know. Though it's ironic, her body's so cool. No, I can't hide it, she lift up my soul. Cheers through my body, she got me, oh no. She got my temperature rising for sure. I think we met in the past like before. Give me the green light, I'm always on go. Before that you go, I want you to know. After you back it up, then stop. Drop it like it's hot then. You gotta drop it like it's hot then. Oh baby, drop it like it's hot then.
Yeah. I mean, what else can you say? But yeah. I still don't know where you're at, dude. Let's skip to the next song. In the interest of time and copyright protection. Hold up. This one's called Café du Monde. If you don't know, it's a famous New Orleans cafe where you can get beignets and coffee. It's actually kind of grody, and I say that with all due respect, but that's the place where people go to New Orleans, like touristy type situation, and they're always like, well, we gotta go to Café du Monde, we gotta go to the French Quarter, la la la. There's so many other things to see besides Café du Monde, but let's go.
Represent the G code, copy that tenfold. Whole living with a wrist so turn something out of nothing, gotta get dough. Cafe du Monde, broadcasting live with no television. This is the vision of a child in elementary. His papa not a chef, but always serving chickens. He's seeing fish scales all over the kitchen. The color is snow white. His eyes are so bright. His daddy is his hero, but he know it isn't right. His favorite uncle locked in Angola, serving life for the same reason why his daddy flighting every night. The power of the dollar, possessed by the fallen. Yet he still admire.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Like talking about watching your dad, sell drugs. Let me go on and like this while I'm at it. And this album just dropped for anyone paying attention. You can stream it on everything. You can stream it on everything: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, yada yada yada. But it's like he's in the kitchen watching his dad do what he does and, just kind of like looking up to him, but knowing that it's wrong.
His father flossing, shy of a tiger, new video games often. Plus he stayed laced with the brand new Jordans. Pretty bras, fast cars, so exciting. Sweet taste of the devil's punch seems so enticing. Darker side talking is pulling them bad. Staring at the mirror, splitting image of his dad. Sad but true, learning habits too. Reading the tattoos and emulating the moves. Old soul, still a baby for his age. Only thing he thinking, how to get paid. Gold teeth blanking, his father smoking and drinking. He asks his papa what he gotta do for Benjamin Franklin.
Nobody can tell me this dude can't spit. It's absolutely immaculate spittage.
That was a silence looking in his father's eyes. Little does he know that question caught him by surprise. Father said, son, let's take a ride. His father starts to call, he hops in the passenger side. Father starts to talk, voice sounds different. Watch and listen, pay close attention. Man make the money, money don't make the man. Reached in his pockets, pulled out $1,000. Crawl before you walk, learn how to stand. If you don't get it now, one day you'll understand. Think for yourself, don't let nobody think for you. Don't ever be a coward, fight, win or lose. Never judge, you don't know what people been through. The reason why I hustle is to take care of you.
Damn. A bunch of life lessons there packed into one song. I'm going to skip forward for copyright reasons. And so y'all go stream the album. And also for that reason. The next track is Before Katrina. And as you look at the list down here, the titles kind of tell a little story. But and if you can't see, it's Before Katrina, 2005, Treading Water, FEMA, New Orleans. It's Always Sunny in the Crescent, and Move Out. Also, I highly recommend watching that new Hulu documentary, although it doesn't really even fully convey what atrocities and horrors were experienced, of course, during Hurricane Katrina. I'm trying to find the name of that show. Let's see. Hurricane Katrina, Hulu. I've seen the Spike Lee documentary. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the new one. I guess it's called Race Against Time. It's a mini series, or 20 Years After the Storm. There's been several. I think the one that most people are talking about is Race Against Time. Yeah, which is a mini series. But anywho, here's the next track. Before Katrina, right? Is that where we're at? Yeah.
Back in the days when I was young, I didn't need much. Man, I miss the days before Katrina. Back in the days when I was young, I didn't need much. Man, I miss the days before Katrina. Back in the days when I was running through the Cali, yo, I didn't know that I was living in the home of dope. My uncle smoked crack rock on the same porch. Rich spirits, even though we was living poor. It was vibrant and violent in the N.O. The hood knew the news way before Channel 4. Fat and all that showed the videos back when 50 Cent cold drinks was at the corner store. It wasn't nothing like Ryan RTA. Kmart Christmas gifts all lay away. As a kid, I ain't have no patience, but had buku fun at Celebration Station.
Celebration Station. I didn't grow up in New Orleans, but I've heard about it. Let's take a deep dive. Celebration. I'm typing with one hand. One day I will get a mic with an arm, I promise. So there's one in Baton Rouge. I think there was one in New Orleans. Orleans. Yeah, there's not one. There's one in Baton Rouge, but so I guess this is their version of Showbiz Pizza / Chuck E. Cheese / whatever the other places had. I don't know. I was just curious.
I was glad every time we went to Jazz Land. Buck jumping every Sunday with the brass band. I remember Hornets jerseys with the headbands. When we had the hook up from the cable man. Every year new pictures with the Easter bunny. When mama asked if I had McDonald's money. Reminiscing on the days I didn't need much. I'm talking about the time before Katrina. Back in the days when I was young, I didn't need much. Man, I miss the days before Katrina. Back in the days when I was young, I didn't need much. Man, I miss the days before Katrina. And everybody say, I remember way back when. And everybody say, I remember way back when. And everybody say, I remember way back when. What?
Yeah. I don't know. I could tell, okay. So, a little backstory on me. I moved to Louisiana in 2005 from Colorado. I know, crazy, right? And there is like a weird connection between Colorado and Louisiana. I don't know why. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But there's a lot of people that come to and fro that, I mean, kind of makes sense. But it's weird because coming from a place that's like devoid in culture and to a place that is so overflowing in culture. And then, like I said, I wasn't anywhere near New Orleans, but I wasn't even affected by the hurricane, but I've been there many, 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 many times since then. And even the reaction of people that around me and the impact that it had from like way up here where I am in the north part of the state, it's like, I mean, it was huge. So, I don't know. New Orleans is a beautiful place. And I feel when people say, yeah, it was different before Katrina, who knows like how things would have been different. I'm one of those people that speculates on the butterfly effect though. So, but this next track is 2005, the title track.
Too many bled, too many didn't survive. Too many misled, too many didn't have a job. Too many fled, too many thoughts on my mind. All before the age of 9. Yeah, dad alive, grams alive. Community supervised, family ties. Reality clear as day, not televised. To my surprise, this was a lie. That was a lie. Open my eyes, seen a
I keep forgetting to pause it. And you know why I do that, right? Because of copyright things and YouTube and everything. That's why I put on my little flyer that if YouTube doesn't work out, go to TikTok, because you never know. You never know. So, yeah, his flow is like crazy on this. It came in like not at all how I was expected. Actually, I'm going to run that back.
2005. Too many bled, too many didn't survive. Too many.
His flow actually makes the track. It makes it the head nodder that it is, because that's an unexpected, where he's hitting the beat. And the horns are crazy. I don't care if they're synth or real. I mean, it's kind of a toss up. I think they're synth, but I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It's a very heavy track.
Hurricane will cause so much pain. After the rain, spirit remained the same. Only hope we had was the Saints and Lil Wayne. Government failed, the levees breached. Only citizens that get called refugees. For the second time, past prime, New Orleans rebirth. Here's the second line. 2005, 2005, 2005.
All right. Going to the next track, Treading Water. Sorry, I couldn't think of anything clever or meaningful to say. That is a beautiful instrumental. I'm going to run that back too.
Trying to find another way. Hopefully I get to make it to another day. Need sword, still crying as I pray. Need more help, no funds to evacuate. The storms pass all the time. Cause rain always have to come before sunshine.
Phew. Phew. That's a good question, man. I ask myself the same thing, but anyway. Heavy stuff. I think the picture is even him being carried in back, after Katrina hit. I really think so. I think I remember seeing that on Instagram.
Why make my life harder while I'm waiting for an answer? I be here treading waters. Yeah. Questioning God, why make my life harder while I'm waiting for an answer? I be here treading waters.
Here we go. Old school album interludes. I love it. You don't hear those anymore, Not really. Not really. Let's see what's going on.
Y'all stop making all that noise. I'm trying to hear the TV. Come on, settle down.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food. And you know it's been 5 days because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give, and just to imagine if I was down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
I'm gonna tell a story real quick. Okay, so, and it's funny how this is like intermingling with my own story because, of course, I wasn't there, and that my experience is nowhere near anything. Like I'm just on the sidelines, right? The way sidelines. So, when I first moved here, the first thing that struck me really was the racism in Louisiana. I'm speaking of. I'll make sure my mic's good. But so I was working at this job when it happened, and it was a real estate office. And I'm like an assistant to a realtor. I was 24, and all these real estate agents there's a TV above my desk. So I'm facing my computer, whatever I'm working, and there's a TV above my desk, and people would kind of pass through. Excuse me. And these real estate agents were coming by, and they're all like they're probably 30 and 50, somewhere in there, men and women in their suits and stuff. And they're watching the coverage of Hurricane Katrina live, actively happening on the news on the little TV above my desk. And these are all white people, and they start saying the most foul, racist things. That I've ever heard in my life. And maybe it's that time of the month for me or something, but it never really I guess maybe saying it out loud, but it makes you feel away. There's a couple things that I would like to make note of. There's first of all, when you have something like that happen, there's residual effects. And there's no doubt in my mind that there wasn't that there's no doubt in my mind that there was a levee breach, that there was a levee breach that caused the flooding in the majority of the was it the 7th ward and 9th ward? I think it's the 9th ward and the 7th ward, I believe. Which are majority black neighborhoods, to protect the wealthy white neighborhoods. And people white people in particular are disgusting. I mean, there's disgusting people of every ethnicity for sure, but I'm just like, I'm ashamed and I'm pissed off. So anyway, this next track is called FEMA.
I'm from the N.O. It's not ordinary. Way before Katrina, I've been deep water ready. Never scary. Live by the cemeteries. Get your head bust open just like the levees. When it rains, it pours. Get your poncho. If you know like I know, we in the same boat. No matter where we at, no matter where we go. Soon as we talk, everybody know. We knocking if they bucking, we ain't backing down from nothing. I seen them moving sneaking, so I went ahead and snuck them. If they joking about the city, we gon' burn them with no oven. No, we ain't blood related, best believe that's still my cousin. Crescent connection, that's my people next to kin. One pop, all pop, one win, we all win. City of the saints, where we all sin. 504, that's what I represent. So New Orleans, fleur de lis on the skin. I done seen so much dog that my eyes must repent. Even out of state line, second line, and again drown us all. Still it can't kill a fire that's within. I'm from uptown, you from downtown. When we out of town, water you my round. Survival of the fittest, ain't no playing round. We from the city, gotta hold it down. Cause we
I really like that. Little New Orleans stamp on it. Sorry for crying publicly on the internet in front of everybody live. Sorry about that. I know that makes some people uncomfy.
In our pocket with $15 in the Philly. No matter where you're from, it's how you come. I know you feel
I'm
me.
from uptown, you from downtown. When we out of town, water you my round. Survival of the fittest, ain't no playing round. We from the city, gotta hold it down. Cause we fighting every day, making allegiance. Fighting every day, making allegiance.
All right, we're gonna skip to the next one. Now, the next track is titled New Orleans. I'm gonna say bold move. But I have 100% faith that he carried it through.
LA, big house, full pack, holla back, look, I say I woke up this morning, I had to go get it, there's too many people struggling inside my city, that's New Orleans, y'all know what we do, we stir up that gumbo, baby, cause we got the juice, we yelling, yeah, we out here, and I'm out here, and ain't no limits, lil' woody, we body, hold up, I say the object, and my project is getting to the bundle of and profit, okay.
Copyright pause. So far so good. Sometimes songs like this take a twist, though, take a weird turn. Not like in a bad way. I just mean like in a storytelling way, because this is like very much a storytelling album. So I'm curious to see where it goes.
You know we second line for Super Sundays. The Indians in the street and they buck jumping. And all the deep boys showing off they rise. And the pretty woman out here just having a good time. A good time, we having a vibe, cool time. But be careful, cause the gutter people posted on the side. And yeah, we all know about bourbon and Mardi Gras. But them DJs in the cold way is more live. On the lakefront, the seafood balls is going down.
Okay, another New Orleans story. I went to Mardi Gras in New Orleans on bourbon, like an idiot, and it was so packed that my arms were pinned to my side. I could not move. I was literally being held afloat in the crowd by just the sheer amount of people packed together like sardines. And at one point, a gentleman, well, not a gentleman, but a male person is shuffled in front of me and proceeds to grab my lady area, and there's nothing I can do about it. My arms are just, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. And he's like looking me dead in my eye, and I'm doing everything I can to not look at him and like escape. And eventually I did, but uh, 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 like, what can the police do about that? Like, I mean, apart from just like terrorize everybody, but don't recommend Mardi Gras in New Orleans, Bourbon Street specifically. Other than that, it's a good time.
Down. When the Saints went, the city murder rate be going down. So please gather around. We hit the trigger, man. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's that bounce out, right? I rep in New Orleans, yeah. New Orleans, yeah. New Orleans, tell her what you really want, eh? I rep in New Orleans, yeah. New Orleans, yeah. New Orleans, tell her what you really want, eh? I rep in New Orleans, yeah. New Orleans, yeah. New Orleans, tell her what you really want, eh? I rep in New Orleans.
Well, you'll just have to stream the rest of the album yourself to hear the rest of that song and see if it takes the twisty, turny twist that I predicted. This next song, there's actually shirts for it, which I really want one. So, the show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Let me see if I can pull one up real quick. They're dope. They're dope shirts. I want one so bad. I actually told Allay Earhart I want one. They're yellow because it's sunny. I got to type with one hand. I'm sorry. I will get a mic with a arm soon. Earhart. Heart. There we go. So let me share the screen. So you see, I want one of these shirts, man. For real. I guess we could, in the interest of keeping it visual, go ahead and play this one.
Hot days, new tank, pop top on the cold drink, sink or swim or sink, from the east bank to the west bank, red beans, turkey necks, good food, good sex, work hard, no stress, Mardi Gras, vocal breasts, bounce music.
He is on Bourbon Street right there, in case you didn't know. Yeah, pretty much everything he said.
Institutions, college students, big booties, big movies, big TV, big easy, little breezy, a little greasy, a little Wayne or a little Wheezy. Ain't no place like home. Super Sunday or Saint Sunday at the Superdome. Birds chirping, money calling. It's always sunny in New Orleans. Girls twerking, hustlers ballin'. It's always sunny in New Orleans. Yeah.
I love the random people walking behind him, like this dude here. Like, what is it? Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't rewind it far enough. Sorry.
Always sunny in New Orleans.
And he's not an upbeat.
Yeah.
It's no guy.
Yeah. What?
Pretty good.
It's always sunny in New Orleans. Yeah. What? It's always sunny in New Orleans. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
What? It's always sunny in New Orleans. Yeah. What?
It's a real easy place to make a friend. This has almost turned into like a commercial for New Orleans, I feel.
It's always sunny in New Orleans. New Orleans, where I roam. Ain't no place like home.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go back to whoop, 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 whoopity, whoop, whoop. There we go. Alrighty. Let's why am I so big? Can it just be fair? There we go. Next song and the last song, actually, out of the 13 tracks on this album, is Move Out.
Time to move out, move out, move out, move out. Time to move out. City ain't the same, it feels different, everything changed. Time to move out. City ain't the same, can't afford the cost of living with the price change. Man, you can't be serious, this gotta be a joke. My hood ain't never had as many white folks. Help me understand it. My block was like a family on the real. I ain't never seen this many Hispanics. Don't get it twisted. I mind my own business. But these outsiders trying to change our traditions. For instance, party is what we do. But they being rude, crying about rules. We struggle by ourselves. Nobody help us win. Now everybody is a Mardi Gras in the end. I see a new coffee shop every week. Still I lingo but criticize how we speak. Did our good food attract greed? Why it seems that the natives gotta leave? Unfamiliar faces where I stay. They trying to take the culture away. Time to move. Move out. City ain't the same. It feels different. Everything changed. Time to move out. City ain't the same, can't afford the cost of living with the price change. Time to move out, move out. Everybody move out, move out. Yeah, you know we gotta move out, move out, move out, move out, move out.
Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it, guys. Stop messing up New Orleans. Why am I crying so much? Ew. Never in my life have I cried on stream before. Okay.
City ain't the same, it feels different, everything changed. Time to move out. City ain't the same, can't afford the cost of living with the price change. It's getting wicked, ain't no progress, not to mention they're tearing down all the projects. The politicians, they all corrupt, stealing every penny, they don't care about us. Now we got bigger potholes, steady swerving. The street smooth when you ride down Bourbon, serving.
Facts. Okay. And this may be like a Louisiana thing, but the potholes are definitely like a New Orleans thing. So I might use this as a little launching pad into a soapbox after this track and everything in my review. But the potholes in New Orleans are so ridiculous. Like, and when it rains, they fill up, and you can't see them as good. And it rains a lot, you know, especially this time of year. So a couple times I've been down there, and you hit one, and if you're not in a, you know, F-150, whatever, like your whole car pretty much goes in there. One of the people that was in our showcase was telling me that they would actually use it as a swimming pool, like potholes, use potholes as a swimming pool in the summertime. That's how bad it is. It's bad. It's like it will destroy your car bad.
For a minimum wage, gotta keep a side hustle just to keep the bills paid. They wonder why crime's so high. It's a full-time job, just trying to stay alive. On top of that, they raising property taxes. Why the water boy below satisfaction? Man, it seems the Big Easy got harder. Plus they changing all the public schools to charter. Abandoning buku parts. Hard to see the light when your city pitch dark.
In 2005, my whole world stopped. Imagine watching your city from a cell block. Some evacuated, others couldn't afford. I seen the baby crying, that's when my tears poured.
Look, I don't know. It doesn't list the featured artists on the release on YouTube. If you do get a chance to watch any of the documentaries about New Orleans, be sure to you check out one or search up you know, the prison in New Orleans. I can't think of the name of it. Louisiana State Penitentiary, New Orleans, and how they treated the prisoners, or how they were neglected, or it's abhorrent. And I'm not even saying just how they treated them, but they just abandoned post, and a lot of them escaped. It's all bad. It's all bad.
People survived, but it was not the same. It's like they lost everything. This was different rain. This was different pain. If you know, then you know. When folks are poor, where the fuck you expect them to go? In 2021, I re-entered the streets, feeling out of place. It had a different beat. I remember the East when it was paradise. Now some believe it's inhabited by parasites. Second lines try to remind us of time behind us, but things will never be what it was if we're being honest. And if we move out, I can give you this promise, that no matter where we are in this world, the city finds us. The city's finest.
Okay, that's the end of the album. There's a couple of seconds left. 30 seconds left. Let's see.
Who won?
Actually, you have to stream the album to find that out. Everybody go stream Allay Earhart 2005. It's a good album. My opinion, my official rating of this album, I guess I could use a 10-point system. 10 out of 10. I'm going to say 10 out of 10. Now, I said that before once for a Royal Billions / Casino Arcades album. And I'm very conservative with my my rating, but still, hands down, 10 out of 10. And this has been Rapyard Reacts. Ladies and gentlemen, Rapyard Reacts. So, soapbox time. Yay. Let's watch everybody leave. So living in Louisiana, there's a couple of reasons why it is the way it is. And those reasons are as follows. Let me find this video I've been looking for here. Let me put this on my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Actually, no, let me wait. Hold on. Yep, there it is. So there's a really excellent, albeit long, video on YouTube called Why Louisiana Stays Poor. And it's informative, but I mean, it's interesting because it really, this just explains everything.
And analysis every year using 75 different indicators. Let's see if we can find Louisiana. We can scroll down. It's not 10th, it's not 20th, it's not 30th. We are 50th. Dead last.
Dead last. And they base this on healthcare, education, economy, opportunity, infrastructure. Now, granted, this is from 2018, but it hasn't changed much. Quality of life, it ranked 42, 48th in fiscal stability, 48th in crime and corrections, 44th in infrastructure, 50th in opportunity, 44th in economy, 49th in education, 47th in healthcare. We have the highest insurance rates in the nation on all insurance: car, health, life, auto. I mean, car, auto, house. I mean, property. I mean, so this is what happens here. There's like a committee of people that decide what happens with the money from different industries coming in and, setting up shop here. And as you can see on this, well, you might not be able to see. I'll just play it.
Town refines 561,000 barrels of oil a day, about 32% of the total U.S. production. Baton Rouge refines 503,000 barrels of oil a day, 29%. The property values at each refinery is also similar. Baytown is valued at $2.8 billion, while Baton Rouge is valued at $2.2 billion. In Baytown, Exxon's taxable property is $2.5 billion, with 9% of its property value exempt. In Baton Rouge, the taxable property is $711 million. 67% of the total property value is exempt. So
these massive tax breaks that they're giving to different companies are disgusting. They're disgusting. Like, they let companies like Dow Chemical, Exxon, Valera, whatever, come in and set up shop, pollute, and just like they're doing with the new, the biggest meta data center in North America is being set up right in my backyard, right? And there's some confusion or misinformation floating around about how much energy it's going to use, how big it is. Basically, it's going to be 2,250 acres, and it's going to use like between 3 and 5 megawatts or something. I'm sorry. I don't want to misquote or misstate anything, but just listen to how they give these people a break in this. Baytown is a city in Texas, by the way.
Raise. And that's just one refinery. And it's one of 4 Exxon Mobils in East Baton Rouge, one of 59 industrial facilities receiving ITEP exemption in East Baton Rouge, and one of 897 plants receiving ITEP exemptions across the state.
Now, ITEP, what does ITEP stand for? I can't remember. So the committee I was talking about, she's going to speak on that.
The authority to grant tax exemptions for local entities' property taxes.
So the state has a board, and I'm not sure who it's made up of specifically, but they decide how these local governments in Louisiana, their parishes, and other states, their counties, how they decide like how these tax breaks are going to occur. It's not decided on the local level, and it's not voted on.
To welcome you to the Board of Commerce and Industry.
So the dollars that should be going to the Metro Council, to the school board, to the police, it's a state level board made up of people across Louisiana going into a boardroom and saying yes or no.
Is there anyone that would like to hear the details of all of these?
Turns out that is a very big deal.
All in favor of approving these in globo? All opposed with a nay? Motion carries.
It's really easy to give away other people's money. Here's a chart of all the requests in the last 20 years.
Look at in the last 20 years when this was published, when this video came out in 2018, 16,923 applications approved, 8 rejected for these tax breaks. All right, and let me just show you just a glimpse at these different companies that set up shop here and how much they save by not paying the local governments what they need for their infrastructure, for their schools, for their healthcare.
LNG is worth $11.7 billion, and they are exempt from 99.99% of that. The New World Trade Center in New York is one of the most massive projects in the world, and that is $3.5 billion. So this alone is worth 4 times more than that, and they are paying a fraction of a percent. Also in Cameron Parish is an even larger facility, $12.8 billion, and once again, they are exempt from 98.9% of that. We have calculated.
Crazy. Crazy. Marathon Oil exempt from 88%. Exxon Mobil, who completely destroyed the coastline, exempt from 67%. $2.2 billion that could be going into East Baton Rouge Parish. All the public work stuff that they need to, keep the drinkable water and the schools, like the teachers paid. I think you might have seen or heard it in a previous thing I skipped to. It was like so many millions of dollars that they could be using to give teachers a raise. It says here 66 to 99% of all industrial property is perpetually exempted from property taxes. Crazy. And it's not just the fact that they don't have to pay or that what they are, there's some hand greasing going on, obviously, but it's also what they're doing to the environment here. And the coastline is protects the inland things from things like hurricanes. So just ripping up the coastline, ripping up, all the natural like reefs and swamps and stuff that protect cities like New Orleans from hurricanes and so forth and so on. Pollute the water, pollute the air, etc., etc. If you've heard anything about the Memphis AIX data center and what that's done to the community there in South Memphis, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. If not, please go search it up. But anyway, I will be back on here in about 30 minutes to talk to Icon Price, aka Anonymous Icon, also out of New Orleans, about his new single and other things as well. And then I will be doing a review of another album at 9:30 right after that. So I'll be on here pretty much all evening if you have nothing to do. If it's Labor Day and you're just, well, it is Labor Day, or you're listening to this later in the future. Hello, future you. Yeah, we'll be around. So